a bandwagon here, but maybe after this set I'll have to hop on somewhere with Monster. We got a ton of awesome action. I've been watching it, and I have to show you guys what went down in that first and second games. It was awesome. First off, the Llama Record Company started off with an amazing take, cohesiveness on the point. Every single time they went up here, they were going from two sides, two angles, and the sword approached at the center, but made sure that he was the most important person not to go down. You see there, Hand of Blood and his teammates all backing up. He's going to have an engagement on the side. These sword fights are really easy for him to just mow it down, but immediately as he realizes his teammates are up on the point, about to get up, about to push the ramps, he comes up from the side, slices and dices, but meanwhile, they ended up falling down the leaderboard. If you look at right now where they're at, they're only in second place. Fishman was ahead of them. But all while Scissors was dancing and talking all the smack, telling his teammates to try to get the crowd involved, it was Llama Record Company making the plan, making the play to get in towards the center. Absolutely amazing take in the center on this first game. Led to Hand of Blood staying in that point and absolutely dominating with the super point there. Guys, 2 matches down on Sky Station Showdown, 1 more to go. We'll see where Monster lands at the end of this, because I will maybe join you on that bandwagon. Guys, take it back.
I mean, that's starting to get a little awful crowded, man. Real quick, you guys hopping on those bandwagons. But as you said, there is 1 more regular Sky Station Showdown match in this set. We will see it again later in the remix version during the Golden Games. And it's been so fun to watch the difference of players, who's able to be very strong with the Infinity Blade, how the pinches end up coming. And now in this 3rd match, it's only going to get better from these guys.
Yeah, definitely want to see some more of that kind of team work happening here. And why not just hop right into a game right now, right? Let's go see some more action here, because this last game of the set is loading in right now.
Yes, and this will be the final match of this set. Set 1 after this, a Silver Llama will be awarded, and we are in the match. It's Sky Station Showdown, set 1 about to be over, and here we go.
All right, gotta love those players just kind of beelining out. And don't forget, you know exactly who your neighbors are. You know who is to your left and to your right, because you can see the banners and the designs on their spawns. And a nice look at our captains right there.
And right away, you can see a number of teams finding ramp paths where they're able to use their first 5 materials. Next 5, Sword does a double jump. Boom. Right to the top. Chicken Champions excellently executed.
Yeah, this is what matters right here, is stopping the Funky Fighters, because clearly they have been doing some good work together as a team so far. Tomoya is off to the races here, though, sent to run away. Can the Sunshine Soldiers come back? Can the Cuddle Crew make a big appearance for themselves? Because they can really shake it up here. It can go any which way depending on who has the most victories, really, in the best placement.
Yeah, so currently you will see the fact that they're able to be pushed off right there. Llama Record Co. putting shots down towards the spawn. You don't want to peek, though, because the hunting rifles will be coming out in the shot. Just misses Carnifex right there, and he trades back down. Ninja firing it off, but gets pushed out by Raven's Revenge right there.
Yeah, Carnifex having a tough time kind of listening in there. Carnifex was sniped from the side. Now we have Taldak here jumping right in from the Little Whip Warriors. He's going toe-to-toe. Gotaga's down and out.
So, if I'm the Llama Record Company, and I know I've won a match, and then I did okay in the last one. They were in 4th, so they were there. They were close. Funky Fighters have a win in a 2nd place. Do you send somebody to just hard deny the Funky Fighters the entire time? You don't get the Silver Llama if you don't, right? If the Funky Fighters finish above you, they're going to be finished off. Do you think they can spare somebody to do that, though? Because it's better off to deny them than it is to push up the top.
Yeah, but the problem is then, the Little Whip Warriors have been so consistent, you literally allowed them to snipe the competition because you over-focus. So I think the play here is play your game, and if anything, stay away from them. Let the rest of the server do that, you know, gritty work for you and dominate the other side. Take that victory.
There you go. I like to hear it, Monster. That's fantastic analysis. That's why we keep you around. The breakdown and making sure you challenge the initial opinion there, as the Ravens Revenge are able to get on the top and in a fantastic spot of control right now, building up a 40-point lead.
Yeah, even like Gotaga's team is still in this. They've been doing like relatively well so far. Here it is. He just kind of goes toe-to-toe, and Ninja strikes him right down. Oh, but hey, his teammate comes on in. Raven's Revenge. Who is that? Magma comes right up to the top. And give you guys a little fun fact about Magma. He's from Australia. He started playing in Fortnite Season 2. His favorite aspect of creative mode is actually speedrunning. Always finds new ways to kind of play the game.
I mean, good on him, man. I get incredibly frustrated by that, but then watching these guys do the speed runs and how quickly they go through and how efficiently, it just reminds me why we're up here talking about it and watching them do this creative madness as Scissors cuts through the competition, goes straight up to delay and right back down Cuddle Crew, not quite able to get him. It goes up again, so right now just denying the Cuddle Crew the points, but we talked about how we wanted to see more from them right now, pushing into the top 3.
Yes, the Cuddle Crew, come on, make a big appearance. Every game is worth so much. You, at the very least, want to be up in that top 4 contention so that you can take a little bit more home with you. Here it is, Ninja. Disengages, actually just takes down Magma. And hey, I like the strat here. He says, you know what, I got low health, let's just get back on this respawn wagon. Doesn't even give anyone the satisfaction of stealing the siphon.
I was about to say, no siphon, no materials, quick reset, knows he can get out there, was basically in his spawn anyway. That is the type of competitive edge Ninja always looks to give himself.
I love that. That was like 200 IQ low key right there. It was very well played. But back to Gotaga and Hand of Blood here in the same shot. Hand of Blood just, he can't do much. He knows there's a team up there. Waits for his entire squad to go up the ramp and then hops right to the top. But now back to Gotaga, who's on this point by himself. He wants to kind of bait him into the close. Can he get the hit? And he does. Talnot goes right down, straight to the top.
That was sick, using the jump right as the animation had started to make sure he clipped him from the bottom, dodges the Funky Fresh Fighter out. Gotaga now getting pinched from the side. 3 of the Funky Fresh Fighters up there doing everything they can, and the shots will come out. Trying to find it, and Dracius is coming back up to try and get some defense there for Gotaga, instead just going to disengage.
And it's actually prime movement right there as well. You just see him baiting and switching, going back and forth, trying to get in there, see if he can kind of sneak in and get some extra damage. And here it is, someone's in front of him. He only needs 2 swipes. He goes down, he gets the siphon. Oh, cannot convert another, which would have kept him in the game. His teammates are here though.
We're seeing a lot more points being assorted. It's a little more top-heavy this game, going towards the 10-minute mark right now, with Raven's Revenge and Llama Record Co. 100 points clear of the rest of the field.
Unfortunately, though, the Funky Fighters have fell to the bottom of the totem pole. If they can't come up to the top, they actually are pushing themselves way out of the average, running for the win of this set. So they really need a massive comeback here. But Savenos is showing why he's here with 13 eliminations already, and bye-bye, falls down. Lucky for him. No fall damage.
Yeah, it does reset, and that might be one of those moments where you opt for deny, and in fact, he does saying, hey, I'm at 5 HP anyway. I'll see you in a bit. I gotta respawn.
Smart play for him. Sunshine Soldiers having a spot to themselves as well right now. Not quite sure who they pushed out here, but the impulse are flying overhead. And Gotaga, they're doing so good at holding the point here, and this is why they're in the #1 lead, but they don't have too much cushion to play with.
No, particularly when 12 points per second on that central point. B is open. Gotaga checking his surroundings. No shots coming through. And RTA actually using the door edit and just a little counter edit to make sure that nobody is able to come up and contest them, and it just starts raining shots down towards the Little Whip Warriors. Raven's Revenge making their lives difficult this game, but up comes Ninja. RTA goes down. Chappie goes down. Ninja gets the slam. Gotaga, will he be able to find the last hit? Ninja intelligently backs away and strafes it out. Teammate picks that one up, and they get control.
Yeah, I love how he played that, stepping and sidestepping so that he can just stay alive, because it doesn't matter if your team successfully wipes a point. If you don't have your captain there to seal the deal for the points afterwards, then you cannot earn anything from it. Here comes Gotaga. He's thrown himself into the fire, straight into the point there, and he gets taken out. Here it is. Tomaya's team has fallen to last place. Can they make a miraculous comeback here before the 7-minute mark? Maybe kind of get themselves in the running. They're trying their hardest.
And I mean, generally we talk about caster curses. It might be like player jinxes going on right now. Everyone's saying, yeah, we're doing well. We're going to stick to our game plans.
That just shows you no one is safe here. These guys are evolving, and they're playing a better game after game. Here goes Scissors. He needs one more swipe there, but Clyde Tax wins the small engagement.
And Clitax has been fragging out. He's been playing so incredibly well, being aggressive, getting in players' faces, and doing it all with that rare tag. But he's been consistently highest up there in terms of the elim. You see Portugal trying to get some pressure down, but good defensive building there from Kororo. Ryan Frantic comes up the side and cleans it up, but there is Hand of Blood coming directly down. Danya is also up there. We got a three-way battle, but it's 4 chickens saying, this is our roost, get out.
That's right, coming right up to own it all for themselves. Rubius doing so good right now. He's from Spain. He actually has a record on, was it YouTube for live streaming? 1.1 million viewers, imagine.
Yes, one of the biggest content creators in Spain. Will they be able to push down towards the middle? As you can see, Little Whip and Llama Record Company already down there. We've seen this story before as the Funky Fresh Fighters go in, but you can barely even hear the shots over the impulse grenades going off as everyone's like, no, 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 we've seen how this goes.
The Funky Fighters need this. The Llama Record Company need this. So many of these guys, it's riding on this game right here. They have to get as many points as possible.
But even with the 12-point one, we haven't seen a lead like this from Gotaga and crew. They are nearly 300 points clear of the next team. Nobody else is contesting there. The Cuddle crew has now been able to catch up a little bit, but they both just established control in their top zones, and Cuddle crew won't pass Raven's Revenge by just sticking with 3 points. They're in a fantastic spot to win this match.
Yeah, they've actually been very consistent as well, right? They've been doing okay in that top 4, just doing a pretty good job at staying relevant after all of these rounds. So if Gotaga's team takes this, we actually don't know who can take this set right now. It's actually that close right here. Little Whip Warriors have kind of fallen down a bit here, but Funky Fighters clearly in last place is not good.
And now, right now, you can see Tomoya coming in, doing everything he can to knock it down. Carnifex challenging as best he can, and Lachlan is just hanging out inside the cone.
Lachlan's doing a great job here. He's just kind of hiding, loving the low profile kind of position and take here on the point. He was hidden, but hey, he has to come out now and defend themselves. It's 3 chickens who surround him and take down that Cuddle Bear. Oh, man.
They're supposed to be the tender defenders, but that was a whole bunch of aggression coming out from them there as they now immediately look and start to take shots. And the Ravens Revenge have now finally been unseated from their 3-point game. So a little bit of room to start for the catch-up, but it is utter chaos in point D as Tomoya gets taken down, and the Funky Fighters are still in 8th place.
There's still 55,000 minimal on this game alone here. You want to win this one. Ravens Revenge, can they hold it? Or will Cuddle crew find themselves a big piece of the pie here? Because we're in New York City, you know, you got to make pizza references. That's how we're doing it. Here comes Gotaga kind of hopping on overhead. And all right, he wants more points. He's hungry for it.
It's unfortunate they're just clipping off the side as Magma goes down, sitting on 23 eliminations right now. And Gotaga doing his best to find where they want to go up, waiting for his team, but knowing that time is running short since that middle hill is still open and being constantly contested. But the Cuddle Crew are catching up with their steady 3-point game. But now Gotaga goes up right around the back, able to pick up the elim, and control is rested.
This is scary because the Cuddle Crew is also getting points right now. So yes, they're getting a lead, but the Cuddle Crew is keeping it very close. They're keeping it very close.
And this is what we were talking about. We wanted to see a strategy come out, something defensive where you can get your control. They have now walled them off on each side, thrown a cone on top of them, and they have firing angles towards the other 2 platforms and towards the spawns behind them. Nobody wants to go contest them, but right now, Gotaga, oh, we saw what happened when Scissors did that. Don't count your chickens before they hatch because they're catching up right now. You can see that 12 points ticking over, but they do still have a lead as players are trying their best to deny Ravens Revenge.
Yes, you have to keep him safe. This is the protect the president strat at its finest. Cuddle Crew still gaining points. Llama Record still getting points. In comes the fire from all the other platforms. Cuddle Crew's putting on pressure. They don't want to give him the freebie here.
You have to look at Ravens Revenge, though. Everybody is so focused on the middle. Nobody is going and challenging the top team. You know they're over there. You know they're uncontested right now. You have to be putting shots down there. You have to find the tags under Gotaga.
There it is.
And they got him. They got him the difference now. Look at the Cuddle Crew climbing up on their consistent 3, but they still have control of the top. They just don't have their sword. It's 2 hops to get up there.
That's right, and now Lachlan can just sit here. He can just hang out, earn these points. This is what he needs to do, and he's almost there. He is almost there. The first place can be his right now. He can take this lead, Sundown.
but they got control at the same time. It's literally ticking over a half-second away from each other. The shots are going. Cuddle Crew has the lead, though. Will the shot be able to go through? Yes!
Cuddle Crew goes
take it down. 999, 1,000. Gotaga and Raven's Revenge in the closest nail-biter yet. Edge out the Cuddle Crew in two teams who we said we wanted to see more. They brought more.
Are you kidding me? The Fish fans step up and shut it down. Just the fact they stepped on the point, they couldn't earn points and they lost the lead. They were just a tick ahead. That could have been their game.
I mean, it's just, let's check out the replay. You can see the counter in the top right, but the Fish fam going up and challenging on the other side. You can see them hopping up there. No one was at the Ravens' Revenge as soon as they were there, and the celebration too. You have to be excited when you see that Victory Royale screen pop up when you're up there. I mean, what's it like to win a game on that stage? I have no idea. Those guys do, though.
We you know, at some point before the day's over, we really got to recap the other point of a point of view there, because they had it. They were one tick ahead. They were there, knocking on the door, 55,000 away from bonus prize on top of this entire competition. It was right there.
And it got taken away, and this is why I love Sky Station Showdown. The clutch little moments, the interactions that happen, very similar to Battle Royale, where every single thing that is happening on the map can affect the overall end result of the game, as you see there in Raven's Revenge, closing it out. Gotaga, the competitive veteran, able to clutch it up in the final moments. Magma, Arthier, and Chappie as well, just a great performance out of them, taking the top spot in the final match of the first set.
Now I get to say, I was right the whole time. I started off with, Raven's Revenge, kind of making me feel like, hey, these are my guys. Let's go with your gut, guys, all right? Raven's Revenge, that's who I said when I started this whole thing. I told you.
He's not wrong. They were able to take it there, but we're going to throw it up top to an interview with Raven's Revenge with Zeke. Zeke, you there, buddy?
I am here, son. Now, thank you so much. Fun fact, Monster did in fact say Raven's Revenge would win. I've got your back, Monster. I am here. You guys got your revenge. I gotta ask, first question to you, Gotaga. How does it feel to be here in the stadium, the fans, the roar, and to be facing off against your peers? Was it what you expected?
Honestly, it's crazy, and I have a really strong team. We are learning a lot from our mistakes, and I'm so glad to be here, to be honest. I don't know how to describe it.
It's pretty crazy. It's pretty crazy being here. I'm right there with you. All right, so now who's the overall shot caller? Is it Gotaga? Is it you? Who is it?
Kind of all four of us. We were playing too afraid at first, so we just had to just go in there and just kill them as fast as we could and then spawn trap. That was our goal.
Okay, what's the strategy like? Are you guys, talking through at the beginning? Are you guys waiting for someone else to make a move? Or are you guys like, no, we're going in first?
Yeah, we're trying to, really pressure Ninja's team. We're trying to put pressure on that green point. And yeah, we were able to control it over them. They ended up wussing off over to the center. And yeah, we were able to play our game and play what we wanted.
Awesome. All right, final question. What do you want to say to all the fans that are here watching, cheering you guys on, and from home?
I don't know, it's just incredible. I'm happy that so many people are here. I don't know, just enjoying the show. It's amazing, honestly.
Well, congratulations, guys. Now, I believe for now, we're going to send it over to Golden Boy, who is standing by.
Going on there, and now what we're doing right now, hanging out as they walk back over, just brilliantly done there from RTA, Magma, Chappie, Gotaga. The teamwork from them was just on point. You talked about it, all four strong players from Gotaga, and they're happy with the final result, and that puts them immediately into contention because it's cumulative prize point to find out who will take that first silver llama and kind of get a leg up for the rest of the creative final.
I actually want to touch on something that, was kind of interesting. He called Ninja's capture point the green point. These guys are like that focused here. He's like, okay, we know who's kind of farming which ones. And they're shutting players down, shutting down their competition so that they can take these sets.
Well, that's the next step, right? As soon as you're immediately in there, and that's the big part for Sky Station that I enjoy, is you have the ability to see where the other opponents are in relation to you for score. So if you want to go and try and make somebody's life difficult, you might not be maximizing your points, but you can effectively help your team the most by just denying the other guys and being like, hey, you don't get to play this. And occasionally, if you put enough pressure on them, maybe they default to rotating the other way. Maybe they go somewhere longer. Maybe they have to wait and only pushes forward. All of those are advantages you can get by just putting pressure on another team. And there's so many different layers, and I think when we see the remix for this, it's gonna get even more exciting.
Yeah, don't forget, guys, here and at home, there's a remix version. We have some nice twisted surprise that we will see unfold as the day goes on. That was just our first iteration of this round, and honestly, it was a great set. But that just leaves us with the question, too. The Funky Fighters, they had an amazing opening, right? Second place is great. You get big prize bonus for that. You win game 2, and then you kind of flop game 3. Depending on where they went, their average might have really been anchored down.
Yeah, that ends up being really, really, really harmful. But luckily there, if you're in the 4th to 8th range, there's no additional, I don't want to say penalty, because they're all getting $10,000 for the match in of itself. So there's just no additional gain after that fact. You're still able to stay par. So 4th would have been just as bad, but 8th, you're kind of looking like, oh, that'll really bring down the average. It's not the worst case scenario going on there. So they should still be at least in the running, but you can't be comfortable.
No.
Like, not at all.